Hello and welcome to Andy Learns Indonesian. In this compilation episode, you will learn how to count from 0 to 20. You will learn the names of the days of the week and the months of the year in Indonesian. You will learn various different colours, the names of 25 different animals, and also 15 different words for foods. I hope you like it. Please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to Andy Learns Indonesian. In this episode, we're going to learn the words for the numbers 0 to 20. The Indonesian word for 0 is nol. That sounds a bit like the English word nil. 0, nol, nol, nol. The word for 1 is satu. Satu, satu. The Indonesian word for 2 is dua. That sounds a bit like duo, so that's easy to remember. 2, dua, dua, dua. The word for 3 is tiga. Tiga, tiga. 4 is empat. Empat, empat. The Indonesian word for 5 is lima. That sounds like Lima, the capital of Peru. 5, lima, lima, lima. 6 is enam. Enam, enam. The word for 7 is tujuh. Tujuh, tujuh. 8 is delapan. Delapan, delapan. 9 is sembilan. Sembilan, sembilan. 10 is sepuluh. Sepuluh, sepuluh. Number 11 is sebelas. Sebelas, sebelas. The next few numbers are fairly straightforward once you see the pattern. The Indonesian word for 12 is dua belas. Dua belas, dua belas. The word for 13 is tiga belas. You will see a pattern now. For the numbers 12 to 19, all you do is use the numbers for 2 to 9 and add belas at the end of it. So we saw dua belas for 12, 2 plus belas. And now we see tiga belas for 13, 3 plus belas. Tiga belas, 13. Tiga belas, tiga belas. So you probably already guessed this one. The Indonesian word for 14 is empat belas. Empat belas, empat belas. 15 is lima belas. Lima belas, lima belas. The word for 16 is enam belas. Enam belas, enam belas. I'm sure you're getting the hang of this now. The word for 17 is tujuh belas. Tujuh belas, tujuh belas. The Indonesian word for 18 is delapan belas. Delapan belas, delapan belas. And you've guessed it, the Indonesian word for 19 is sembilan belas. Sembilan belas, sembilan belas. And the word for 20 is dua puluh. Dua puluh, dua puluh. Shortly, you will see another pattern. We will come to that soon. And now for some bonus numbers, 30 to 100. The Indonesian word for 30 is 30. 30. 30. The Indonesian word for 40 is 40. Yes, that's so predictable. Another pattern. 40. 40. Literally 40. Surprise, surprise. The word for 50 is 50. 50. 50. The word for 60 is 60. 60. 60. It's getting so predictable now, it's hardly worth making a video. The Indonesian word for 70 is 70. 70. 70. 80 is 80. 80. 80. 90 is 90. 90. 90. And the Indonesian word for 100 is 100. 100. 100. Now the Indonesian words for 21 to 99 are so easy, you'll remember them very quickly. I'll give you a few examples now. The Indonesian word for 26 is 26. 26. 26. Literally 20 and then inam, 26. It's so easy, they're all the same, but I'll give you a few more examples to follow. The Indonesian word for 37 is 37. 37. 37. 62 is 62. 62. 62. And the last example today, 99, 99. 99. 99. Literally 99. It's so easy. Anybody can remember these in a few minutes. So that's it for today's video on numbers. Thank you and please subscribe. Hello and welcome to Andy Learns Indonesian. In today's episode, we're going to learn the days of the week. So let's start at the beginning. Monday, Senin, Senin, Senin. Tuesday, Selasa, Selasa, Selasa. The Indonesian word for Wednesday is Rabu, Rabu, Rabu. Thursday, Kamis, Kamis, Kamis. Friday, Jumat, Jumat, Jumat. Many people's favourite day of the week, Saturday, Sabtu, Sabtu, Sabtu. This one is fairly easy to remember because it sounds similar to the children's cartoon Pingu about a penguin. Sunday, Minggu, Minggu, Minggu. The Indonesian word for yesterday is kemarin, kemarin, kemarin. Day, hari, hari, hari. Today is hari ini, hari ini, hari ini. The Indonesian word for tomorrow is besok. 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 The day after tomorrow is called lusa. 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 Okay, next we'll see a few phrases using the words we have just learnt. What day is it today? Hari ini hari apa? Hari ini hari apa? Hari ini hari apa? Today is Wednesday. Hari ini hari Rabu. Hari ini hari Rabu. Hari ini hari Rabu. What day was yesterday? Keramin hari apa? Keramin hari apa? Keramin hari apa? Yesterday was Tuesday. Kemarin hari Selasa. Kemarin hari Selasa. Kemarin hari Selasa. So that's it for today. I hope you found this video useful, and please subscribe to the channel to see more videos. See you later. Hello and welcome to Andy Learns Indonesian. In today's episode, we're going to learn the names of the months of the year in Indonesian. And I have to say, this is going to be probably the easiest lesson you'll see. The months of the year are so straightforward. So let's get to it. The first month of the year is of course January, and Indonesian they call it Januari. 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 February is February. 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 I sometimes struggle with rolling my R's, especially with that word, but practice makes perfect. March is Maret. 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 The month of April is April. 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 But of course, it's spelt the same as in English. The month of May is May. 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 It's pronounced very similar, but the spelling is different. The Indonesian word for June is Juni. 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 Obviously, there's a difference there with the English, but it's very easy to remember. July is Julie. A bit like the girl's name, Julie. 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 The Indonesian word for August is Agustus. Agustus. Augustus. September is September, just with a rolled R at the end of the word. September. September. October is October. 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 As a person who's a native of southern England, it's not natural for me to roll my R's, so I do struggle a bit, but with practice, I'm sure I'll get there. You've guessed it, this is Indonesian after all. The Indonesian word for November is November. 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 And the word for December is December. 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 There's a slight spelling difference, but other than that, it's fairly straightforward. And now for a few bonus words and phrases. The Indonesian word for day is hari. 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 The word for week is pekan. That sounds a bit like the nut. Pekan. 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 Month is bulan. 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 The word for year is tahun. 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 Decade is dasawarsa. 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 The Indonesian word for century is abad. 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 And finally, the Indonesian word for millennium is millennium. 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 The only difference there is in Indonesian you use one L, whereas in English it's two L's. And that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Nice and easy this time. Very straightforward. Please subscribe to this channel for further videos. See you later. Hello everyone and welcome to Andy Learns Indonesian. In today's episode, we're going to learn the Indonesian words for various different colours. The Indonesian word for blue is biru. 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 Green, hijau. 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 Yellow, kuning. 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 The word for red is merah. 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 White, putih. 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 Black, hitam. 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 The Indonesian word for purple is ungu. 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 Here's one of those double-barreled words I like. The Indonesian word for grey is abu-abu. 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 Now this is an interesting one. The Indonesian word for pink is merah muda. Now we've seen merah before because it's the Indonesian word for red. And muda means young. So the literal translation for pink is young red. Merah muda. Merah muda. Merah muda. Pink. Orange. Jingga. 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 That reminds me of the pop song I mentioned on one of my other videos. This will be an easy one for everyone to remember. The Indonesian word for brown is coklat. 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 Obviously chocolate is brown, and the first four letters of this word are C-O-K-E, which spells Coke, which is also brown, so easy to remember this word. Gold, emas, emas, emas. Silver, perak, perak, perak. rainbow, pelangi, pelangi, pelangi. Well, that's it for today. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and we'll see you next time. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Andy Learns Indonesian. In today's episode, we're going to learn the Indonesian words for 25 different animals. So let's get going. Okay, so let's start with my favourite animal, dog. The Indonesian word for dog is anjing. 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 The Indonesian word for cat is kucing. 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 Fish is ikan. 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 Rabbit is kelinci. 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 An easy one this time. The Indonesian word for mouse is mouse. 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 Bird is burung. 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 A very unpopular animal with many, the rat, is tickus. 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 The Indonesian word for guinea pig is marmot. 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 The word for cow is sapi. A great way to remember this word is to imagine cows eating the grass to get the nutritious sap out of it. Cow, sapi, sapi, sapi. The Indonesian word for sheep is domba. 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 Chicken is I am. I am a chicken. I am. I am. I am. Goat is kambing. 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 The word for turkey is kalkun. 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 Duck is bibek. 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 The Indonesian word for horse is kuda. 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 Goose is angsa. 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 The word for bee is leba. 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 Another unpopular animal for some, the Indonesian word for wasp is tawon. 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 Mosquito is nyamuk. 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 The word for fly is lalat. 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 Here comes one of those double-barreled words that I like. The word for butterfly is kupu-kupu. 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 And here's another one. The word for spider is laba-laba. 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 The word for ant is simut. 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 cockroach is kecoak. 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 The Indonesian word for pig is babi. This reminds me of the 90s Hollywood film Babe about a talking pig. Babi. 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 That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this channel to see more videos. See you next time. Hello and welcome to Andy Learns Indonesian. In this episode, I'm going to share with you 15 words that I've learnt this week regarding food. And I've learnt these words using the app Drops. And I highly recommend you download the app Drops because it's very good for learning vocabulary. Anyway, let's get going. The first food word I've learnt is the word for bread, and that is roti. 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 The Indonesian word for breakfast is sarapan. 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 Fruit is buah-buahan. 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 One of my favourite foods, cheese, is keju. 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 The Indonesian word for egg is telur. 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 We've seen this word before on the animals video. The Indonesian word for fish is ikan. 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 The word for fork is garpu. 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 Spoon is sendok. 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 Now this word sounds a little rude if you're a native English speaker. The Indonesian word for knife is pisau. 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 This one's easy. The Indonesian word for soup is sup. 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 Mushroom is jamur. 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 Another slightly rude word for an English speaker. The Indonesian word for meat is daging. 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 The word for sugar is gula. 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 To say I eat in Indonesian is aku makan. Aku makan. Aku makan. And to say I cook is aku masak. Aku masak. Aku masak. So that's it for today's episode. I hope you like it. As I said before, I got these vocabulary words from an app called Drops, D-R-O-P-S. And it's great for vocabulary. It's a fun way of learning. So download it. And I'll see you next time. Please like and subscribe to see more videos. See you later.